Still set point for the Rebels, match point for the Rebels, championship for the Rebels coming up if they can get one more point.
Rebel volleyball is on.
Fisher serves. Hopkins, great pass up front. Cornea sets left side. Grohl hits back corner. Was it in there? It was tipped, and the Rebels win 25-19. 3 games to 1.
Last season, Coach Cindy Stewart and the Rebs climbed back to the top.
Kiera sets left side. Julia hits it hard and splits the D, and it was deflected out of bounds.
They pounded their way to a 17th Rich High School Volleyball State Championship and brought the trophy back home.
Alicia again with the serve. Vicious serve, and it's a service ace. A lot of mustard on it.
With a reloaded roster, the Rebels take the court with their sights set on defending the title and making it 2 in a row.
Larson serves again. This one passed to the up official. It's a service ace for Risha.
Turn up the volume, Rebel fans, and join us for Rich Rebel Volleyball on Rebel Radio. KADQ FM 98.3 with live streaming video online at mylocalradio.com.
Set up front in the middle. Set is blocked. On the attack, Julia Hopkins with an epic recreation block of the game.
Today's broadcast is brought to you by Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet, the Wind River Hotel and Casino of Riverton, Wyoming, T-Bar S Body Shop Technoglass of Evanston, Cash Honda Yamaha in Logan, West Star Printing in Evanston, Edwards Furniture in Logan, and by mylocalradio.com.
Hopkins passes, Cornea sets into the middle, Peart touch attack into the middle, and the Rebels win 27-25. Perfect placement by Savannah Peart.
And now, Rebel volleyball fans,
slaps it down, diving dig by Amber Leaf.
Get ready as we head to the court to join the play-by-play voice of the Rebels, Ryan STEINECKERT.
Welcome, Rebel fans. We're back at the Sevier Valley Center for Rebel Volleyball on KADQ. Today, the Rebels continue play at the Richfield tournament in the gold bracket. Championship round. That's the semifinal round of the gold bracket. And the Rebels will take on North Sanpete here in just a couple of minutes. If you're watching online at mylocalradio.com, you see Panguitch ahead of Enterprise in the third set. Panguitch won the first, Enterprise won the second. Bobcats on top 10-4 in set 3. The winner between this one will face the winner between Rich and North Sanpete. That's coming up in a few minutes. First, your pregame show brought to you by the Town of Randolph. Mayor Lynn Weston and board members Sim Bell, Brian Wires, Bridget Pugmire, Melanie Lim, and Clerk Lana Peart. We'll hear from them, and then we'll set the scene for today's match of Rich Rebel Volleyball on the Wildlife and mylocalradio.com.
Randolph is located near the geographic center of Rich County, Utah, on a high plateau with an average elevation of 6,300 feet. The first group of settlers, led by Randolph H. Stewart, camped on a knoll south of the present town site on March 14, 1870. Randolph is a town of extremes, from 90 degrees in the summer to minus 40 in the winter. The folks who live here are also extreme, extremely loyal, extremely friendly, and extremely supportive of our youth. Good luck to all the Rich Rebels this year from everyone at the Town of Randolph.
Your pregame show is brought to you by the Town of Randolph. And it's the Rebels and North Sanpete Hawks coming up in a few minutes. The Hawks 3A team out of course, Mount Pleasant area, central Utah, just not too far. I think that's north of here, pretty sure. I get myself mixed or kind of turned around a little bit. I'm pretty sure that is north of here. Anyway, it is 3A North Sanpete, coached by Ricky Stewart. Now, let's get you caught up on the scene set, brought to you by Pugstone Sporting. Winter, summer, spring, or fall, Pugstone's has it all. Rebels yesterday 3-0. They beat Carbon, Millard, and South Sevier. Today, wins over North Summit and Beaver, and a close loss against Enterprise. And that close loss, it was very important because we had Rich, Enterprise, and North Summit each swap wins. Enterprise beat North Summit lost to Rich lost to Enterprise. And so we had a three-way tie for first. That close loss for the Rebels against Enterprise, once they figured out the tiebreaker, was points against the Rebels were the first number 1 team out of Pool F. So that sets Rich up against North Sanpete in this second round. Currently, Enterprise is losing to Panguitch. Enterprise beat Rich, so, I mean, do the math there. But, of course, matchups are a big deal. We saw that earlier today. Enterprise lost pretty badly to North Summit, and Rich beat North Summit pretty handily. So you never know what's going to happen depending on matchups and how these teams go. Now, Enterprise and Panguitch, again, Panguitch took the first set 25-20. Enterprise bounced back with a 25-17 win. And in set 3, Panguitch wins 14. Oh, I thought they were just about to win. It's 14-7. They have the lead. Just got a point for Enterprise. But Rich and North Sanpete coming up. Now, North Sanpete, again, is a 3A team. And last time these teams met was a year ago. North Sanpete won this tournament. They beat Rich 2-0 en route to that win. 2013, the teams faced off as well at this tournament, and North Sanpete won 2-1. Same story in 2011, but the Rebels earned the win 2-1. And so Rich, as far as I can find, 1-2 against North Sanpete going back to 2002. Those are the only 3 times I could find that these teams have met. Stay tuned. We've got more of your Town of Randolph pregame show coming up, including the Comprehensive Family Dental Coaches Show. I want to keep an eye here on this Panguitch match as Enterprise scores another point. They staying alive. It's set and match point. It's been that way for a couple of minutes here as Panguitch leads 14-10. Coach Troy Norris takes a timeout, and we'll move along in our Town of Randolph pregame show. Scene Set has been presented by Pugstone Sporting Goods. Winter, summer, spring, or fall, Pugstone's has it all. We've got Rich versus North Sanpete in the semifinals of the gold bracket. Top 4 teams left. Of course, other teams are still continuing to play in the silver and bronze and copper brackets, but Rich and North Sanpete coming up in the gold bracket. When we return, more of the Town of Randolph pregame show on the Wildlife and MyLocalRadio.com.
It doesn't matter what season you visit Bear Lake. Make sure you always stop at Pugstone Sporting Goods. You'll find lots of great quality inventory at low prices, including guns and ammo. During the winter, you can rent cross-country skis, snowshoes, and buy your ski passes to Beaver Mountain. Pugstone's is always the best place to get information about the area and purchase your hunting or fishing licenses. Everything you need with one stop at Pugstone Sporting Goods at the 4-way stop in Garden City.
MyLocalRadio.com is Southwest Wyoming and Northeast Utah's top website and the best source for local area news, weather, sports, and community events. And that's not all. MyLocalRadio.com features thousands of photographs of Wyoming and Utah high school events, from speech and drama competitions to local events, sports and activities, and much more. Check it out today and see what MyLocalRadio.com has for you.
When it comes to parts and service, don't rely on anyone other than the team at Cash Honda Yamaha in Cache Valley. The professional mechanics and parts department team have the experience to help you with whatever you need. When you need to add a winch, get an extra belt or spark plugs, winterize, repair or replace tires, or have a rebuild, they can help. Whatever you need, gift ideas, parts, accessories, or a great mechanic, you'll find it all at Cash Honda Yamaha in between Logan and Smithfield on Highway 91.
15-12, Panguitch wins and is on to the championship. They'll face the winner between Rich and North Sanpete. Panguitch beats Enterprise in 3 sets, 2-1. Welcome back to the Town of Randolph pregame show. It's time for the Coach Cindy Stewart Coaches Show, brought to you by Comprehensive Family Dental. Dr. Sean Grohl, providing quality family dentistry since 1998. When we return, we'll visit with Coach Cindy Stewart. Didn't have a chance to catch up with Coach Ricky Stewart, but we'll look a little bit more at what North Sanpete did at this tournament, and then we'll talk with Cindy Stewart when we return on the Wildlife and MyLocalRadio.com, the Town of Randolph pregame show.
When you have dental care done, you let the dentist and the hygienists into your personal space. It's important that you and your family trust that your dentist will provide professional care in a comfortable atmosphere. Comprehensive Family Dental is a family-owned and operated business that understands how important this trust is. 2 locations make it convenient for you and your family when scheduling appointments. When it comes to your dental work, expect the best. Call Comprehensive Family Dental today at 435-793-2210.
Hi there, Craig Dearden with Castle Rock Chevrolet right here in Evanston. Of course, it's about finding you that perfect vehicle, but at Castle Rock, it's about a lot more. It's using our experience to get you the best rate. We will get you the vehicle that you've always wanted. It's about knowing your vehicle is in the right hands. Throughout the buying experience here at Castle Rock Chevrolet, we're here for you. If you're ready to buy a new truck, come to Castle Rock. Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet. We're a different kind of dealer.
No matter what you need to have printed, Westar Printing is the place you want to have it done. Calendars, letterhead, envelopes, brochures, books, posters, vinyl banners, business forms, announcements, wedding invitations, and business cards are just a few examples. You can also have your favorite family photos printed on canvas or placed into a personalized family photo calendar. You will want to do business with Westar Printing. Stop in today. Westar Printing, 243 7th Street in Evanston.
Welcome back to the Coach Cindy Stewart Coaches Show, brought to you by Comprehensive Family Dental. Dr. Sean Grohl, providing quality family dentistry since 1998. North Sanpete Hawks in the first pool play of the first day of pool play yesterday beat Emory 25-19 and 25-16. Then they hammered Beaver 25-12, 25-8 before beating Milford 25-10 and 25-6. Today, so far, they had no trouble with South Sevier, winning 25-17, 25-21. Lost the first set against Richfield, but then won sets 2 and 3 to win the match, 25-18 and 25-11. And lost in 2 straight to Panguish, 25-17, 25-14. So if you're comparing scores, this could give you a good indication of what Rich will face at the state tournament if they meet up against Panguitch. And looking at the brackets, Rebels are number 1 from Region 22. Panguitch likely going to come number 1 out of their Region 20. And those teams, Rich and Panguitch, on the opposite sides of that state tournament bracket. So could meet in the state, or would meet in the state championship if that's where they meet. That would be a second consecutive year. So the question becomes, how will Rich do against North Sanpete, and then how much can you look into that and how they would do against Panguitch? Of course, if Rich can beat North Sanpete, they'll play Panguitch for the championship at this tournament. Rich, Panguitch, and Milford, the only 1A teams at this Richfield tournament. And it's Rich coming up against North Sanpete. But first, we'll hear from Coach Cindy Stewart when we return on the Town of Randolph pregame show and the Comprehensive Family Dental Coaches Show. After this on the Wildlife and MyLocalRadio.com.
The best family vacations create lifelong memories. The Wind River Hotel and Casino in Riverton, Wyoming offers a family dinosaur dig and vacation package that includes digging for fossils at the Wyoming Dinosaur Center, sack lunches, tours of the museum, and lovely clean rooms for a comfortable night's stay. With 3 restaurants to choose from, you and your family will have fun, eat well, and rest easy. Schedule your family dinosaur dig at the Wind River Hotel and Casino in Riverton, Wyoming today. Call 866-657-1604.
Coverage of Rich High School sports is also being made possible by Delmas Equipment, repairing equipment for over 20 years, farming equipment assembly, and custom fabrication. The Thompson Ranch, Brian and Becky Thompson, promoting student learning and success in all areas. And Western Ag Credit, reliable credit for all things agriculture.
Everybody gets rock chips at one time or another in your vehicle window. From now on, anytime you get a chip in your windshield, don't think, oh booger. Instead, think T-Bar-S Body Shop and Technoglass of Evanston, home of the 1995 rock chip repair. Rock chips are fixed in minutes, and the team at T-Bar-S Body Shop and Technoglass of Evanston will come to you, or you can stop by the shop. T-Bar-S Body Shop and Technoglass of Evanston, home of the 1995 rock chip repair. Call us today.
Ryan Steineckert with Cindy Stewart of the Rich Rebels. Good morning for you guys, especially those first 2 matches. A pretty solid win over Beaver and North Summit.
Yes, that was. We were glad to get it because getting into the gold-silver bracket, these top 2 brackets, we figured it would be really competitive. I don't know how Beaver got up here. You know, they just tried to play control volleyball. They didn't have a power hitter. I don't know, but so we got them. So that was good. And then North Summit. They have a really good server, and she starts off serving. She's leading the state in aces, and we knew if we could get rid of her serve right off the bat, we could hang in with them. And so every time she was up, our focus was get a pass and get out of that rotation. So, yeah, we were thrilled to get a win against North Summit.
I thought Beaver had some good scrappiness. You saw a lot of balls that went off the net, and then they'd play it off of that. But they, just like you said, they weren't real powerful.
No power. They played control. They just played, they tried to put it everywhere. And they had some really good ball control and real solid. They just had no strong hitter.
You matched up. The third match of pool play was against Enterprise. They took an early lead, and you guys had a trouble with them. What was it that gave you so much trouble against the Wolves?
Number 10, do you know her name?
Yeah, Jaslyn Gardner.
Jaslyn, I know that. Yeah, she can jump out of the gym and hit it straight down, and she's jumping above our block, and we don't work a lot on the block, we try to get up, and we have good footwork. We're not big enough to really get up. And she just pounded us. She's hitting it down. And then finally we got touches on her, and that frustrated her. The second game we touched her. At least we got a hand on it.
Against North Summit, you saw when Hunter Vernon was you said when she was on the back row, you had to take advantage of that. With Enterprise, you thought maybe you could, but then number 5 would come around to the front row, and she was almost as good of a hitter.
I watched her earlier today, and I told the girls, usually every team has one good, strong hitter, and then their second group coming through, we usually outmatch. And their number 5 was really good earlier today, but and she was good against us. She was just as effective as number 10 was, but 10 just jumps higher and hits straight down.
And you came up close. It was a close loss in the 2 sets, and that turns out to be a big deal heading into the next round of this tournament.
Yeah, we were right there, and we had serve error and 2 hitting errors. And so, but it happens. It could happen earlier in the game. So it's just good for us to see this kind of ball. They're running different stuff we've never seen, and if we don't play up, you don't get any better. So we're good. We hated to lose that. We thought it was one we could have won, but we still win the pool. And that was a close race. We beat Enterprise by 1 point if you go with points against. And North Summit got beat by Enterprise by 3 points. Close. So it's kind of hard to think. You beat Enterprise and still get to win the pool. So that was fun.
So your next opponent's going to be a tough one. It's single elimination from here on out. Will it be tough to turn around and get the girls encouraged or get their attitudes back in the right place to continue on?
Well, North Sanpete is really good. They run all kinds of fast offense. I was surprised somebody got them. I don't know who beat them. And then they're going to play Panguitch in a minute, so that'll be fun to watch. And I'm sure it'll be Panguitch or North Sanpete. Well, we get the second place team because we took first. And Panguitch obviously will be fun to play because it'll be a game before state. But North Sanpete is just so strong. They just run college-like fast offense.
Anything else we should touch on, Coach?
No, fun games, fun tournament. Thanks for coming down. We really appreciate it.
You bet. Thanks for talking with me, Cindy Stewart of the Rich Rebels. Good luck this afternoon.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Coach Stewart. That's the Comprehensive Family Dental Dr. Sean Grohl Coaches Show, providing quality family dentistry since 1998. We're under a minute away from the start of today's action. You've been tuned into the Town of Randolph pregame show. When we return, starting lineups, the Town of Laketown Ledger, and the start of today's match on the Wildlife and MyLocalRadio.com.
Randolph is located near the geographic center of Rich County, Utah, on a high plateau with an average elevation of 6,300 feet. The first group of settlers, led by Randolph H. Stewart, camped on a knoll south of the present town site on March 14, 1870. Randolph is a town of extremes, from 90 degrees in the summer to minus 40 in the winter. The folks who live here are also extreme, extremely loyal, extremely friendly, and extremely supportive of our youth. Good luck to all the Rich Rebels this year from everyone at the Town of Randolph.
When you're buying and selling real estate, you want to work with an agent that knows the area and understands property values. You want to work with an agent that listens to what you're looking for and knows how to find it for you. And it's important to know all of your options. That's why it's smart to work with the best. Gary McKee and the agents at Bear Lake Realty in Garden City, Utah, helping folks buy and sell real estate for over 25 years. When you work with Bear Lake Realty, you're working with the best. Visit BearLakeRealty.com today.
Pre-game show is brought to you by the Town of Randolph, Mayor Lynn Weston, board members Sim Bell, Brian Wires, Bridget Pugmire, Melanie Lim, and clerk Lana Peart. Our scene set was presented by Pugstone Sporting Goods. Winter, summer, spring, or fall, Pugstones has it all. Just about ready to get underway here at the Sevier Valley Center. Loser goes home, is done for the tournament with a top 4 finish. The winner will take on Panguitch for the championship directly following this match, right about 4:30. Rebels got worked way ahead in the schedule, and now we're back about on schedule. Rich versus North Sanpete, taking a look at the Laketown Ledger, brought to you by the Mayor and Town Council of Laketown. Rebels have faced North Sanpete, what I could find 3 times in the last 6 years. The first time that I could find Rich has faced North Sanpete was 2011. Again, my records are not full, not quite complete, and going back just to 2002. But in that span, the Rebels have played North Sanpete 3 times. Rich won in 2011 at this tournament, 2-1. In 2013 and 2016, North Sanpete won those 2 times, 2-1 and 2-0 last year. So North Sanpete, 1 win, or Rich 1 win, 2 losses against the Hawks from 3A classification. That's your Laketown Ledger, brought to you by Mayor Sim Weston, council members Dallas Clark, Chris Hodges, Gary Ogilvie, and Delora White, the town of Laketown. Starting lineups are brought to you by the Randolph Country Store. We may be small, but we've got it all for the Rebels. It's same starters on the floor. Senior Julia Hopkins, seniors Amberly Smith, Kiara Grohl, Talisha Larson, Savannah Peart, Risha Larson, and sophomore number 45, Sydney Hatch. Amber Smith, the libero, so she'll be in there to start this match as North Sanpete will serve. And boy, their numbers are real tough to see on the fronts of their jerseys. Looks like Aubrey Eisen. I didn't have a chance to catch up with Coach Ricky Stewart, but they'll deliver the first serve. Brought to you by the station in Randolph. Talisha Larson shanks it backwards, and North Sanpete leads 1-0 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Those numbers are awful. Dark red on a black jersey with a tiny white outline. A second serve goes long, a service error. We're tied at 1 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Please bear with me here as I try to figure out all these numbers. 31, Tiffany Peckham receives it and shanks it off to the side. A service ace for the Rebels to get things started off. And Savannah Peart will serve again. Aces brought to you by Circle H Land and Cattle Company. Set up high and left side, tipped over the Rebel defense. Diving dig by Hopkins, and the Rebels bump it over. Bump, set, and way outside, high and out there. Rebels dig it to the bleachers. Out of bounds. We're tied at 2 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. And the numbers on the back of the jerseys, much easier to read. It looks like just checking in, I thought it was number 20, but there is no number 20 for North Sanpete on the roster I've got. Peart passes up front. Kiara sets high left side. Hopkins hits hard, is deflected by the block. Going out to get it is Emma Bailey. It looks like a 4, but they don't have a 4 on the roster. I think I've got an inaccurate roster for North Sanpete, so I'm just going to have to guess my way through the rest of this thing. Talisha Larson serves. Rebels leading 3-2. Rich is the guest on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Kiara sets it left side. Hopkins hits. It's deflected to the back line. Bumped up front, set up high and outside. Hit too long, and the Rebels are on top 4-2 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Definitely have a 17, which is Aubrey Eisen. Talisha Larson serves, just about gets an ace. It's bumped high in the air up near the front. Coming up to attack off the top of the net, rolling over and to the floor. 4-3. Hawks trail by 1. Rebels up by 1. Smith checks back in on the back row. Rebels will get set to receive the serve. And Rich lets it go. Hopkins ducked out of the way at the last second, and it's a service ace, making it 4-4 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Second ace already of the set for North Sanpete. We're tied. Service. Peart passes up front. Kiara Grohl sets left side, real close to the net, and Hopkins can't get to it. It is easy block for the bigs of North Sanpete. I believe that was Aubrey Eisen, the senior, giving North Sanpete their first lead of the set, 5-4 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Down the line, Hopkins passes. Kiara sets left side, again close to the net. This time Hopkins just crushes it. She had it a little further back and just smashed it into the block. It's deflected out of bounds on the North Sanpete side of the net. Rich is tied back up at 5 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. At a 28 or a 24, neither one of those are listed on this North Sanpete roster. Kiara serves, bumped up front, passed up front I should say, bump and set, hit, dug by Kiara, back up near the net. Rich somehow keeps it alive. Smith bumps it to the side, and Hopkins bumps it over. Passed up front, quick set, and Amberly Smith with the dig, but into the bleachers behind the down official. 6-5. Hawks on top. Again, they are the home team if you're watching online at mylocalradio.com and that Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Serving is Eisen. Peart passes up front, real close to the net. Kiera makes a nice set. Hopkin hits, deflected, and diving dig. Set up quickly. Rebels dig it. Hopkin just tips it right back over. North Sanpete Hawks keep it alive and bump it high to the back row. Smith pass good up front to Kiera. Set left side. Hopkin again this time crushes it down the line just wide and out of bounds, 7-5. This is a elimination game. If the Rebels win, they play Penguich for the championship of this tournament. If the Rebels lose, their day is done. Weekend finish, and they'll look forward to next Thursday night's home match against Manila and then Fridays against Duchesne. Hopkin receives. Kiera sets. Hopkin bumps, pushes it over. It's bumped back over to the Rebels and overpass. Kiera sets left side again for Julia. It's blocked, and they dig it, keep it in the air. Bump high and push it over. Kiera bumps up front. Risha sets left side. Hopkin, Julia this time crushes it down. It's dug up at the net, bumped over. Smith passes up front. Kiera, long set to the left side. Hopkin this time touch attack, and this time it works. Tipped it right to the fingertips of where the blockers were when they went up. The timing is funny as they come down, and they just can't control it. Hopkin serves. Rebels have not served, one ace so far in the set. Here's a big hit blocked by the net. And 4 hits for the Hawks to keep it in the air. We're tied at 7 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Could use another Circle H Land and Cattle Company ace here as Hopkins serves. Good pass up front. Set in the middle. A quick set and a lift. That's a pretty easy call against, I believe, Kennedy Emmerich. She went up and and just grabbed the hold of the ball and pushed it down more than slapping it down or smacking it. Serve receive. Hit is long and out of bounds, and Rich leads 9-7 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. This is a 4-0 Rebel run. See if we can keep this going. Julia Hopkins serves. Pass goes out of bounds, but they keep it alive. Set, hit, and Smith digs it, but Rebels can't keep it alive after that. The 4-0 run ends there. It's 9-8. Rich up by 1 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Dropping back to serve, Kelby Henry, the senior. Our starting lineups today were brought to you by the Randolph Country Store. We may be small, but we've got it all. Peart receives, Hopkin passes, Peart hits, dug on the back row. Set, a long set all the way across, high and outside. Hit, Hatches. The hands were just aimed just a little bit the wrong way, deflected out of bounds, and we're tied at 9. Good to have her height up front on the block. And she's gotten better and better with each match she's played. Kiera up front. Peart pushes to the back line. Passed across. Set down the line. A hit, and Kiera digs it. Risha sets in the middle. Hatch touches it. Almost finds the floor. It's dug up into the net. Rebels get the point. A Bear Lake Realty kill for Sydney Hatch puts Rich on top 10-9 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. North Sanpete lost to Penguich 25-17, 25-14 just about an hour ago. Smith serves, set up, hit hard. Hopkin digs up and over and out. We're tied at 10 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. That was a big, strong hit by the Hawks. Hopkin passes up front. Kiera sets left side. Peart hits hard. It's dug up to the side, out of bounds. They keep it alive. Hit blocked by Rich. Set up by Kiera, left side. Peart hits back line, and they let it go. Watch it go long, out of bounds. 11-10 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. North Sanpete to serve with the 1-point lead in this first set, brought to you by Rolene Kennedy, Rich County's representative at Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet. A service ace is the third of the set as Smith couldn't control it. That was down the line. Smith lunged out, couldn't get it. So North Sanpete will serve again. Rebels set it up. Peart pushes down the line. Hawks dig it, set it up, and hit down the line, and a big hit and a kill by Lindsey Flinders, the senior. Makes it 13-10 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Smith receives up front. The pass goes to Kiera. Set for Peart. Hit, deflected out of bounds to the scorer's table. Rich gets the side out on a Bear Lake Realty kill from Savannah Peart. And Rich will serve. Risha Larson. Looked like a 15 on the back of the jersey. Risha passes up front after North Sanpete's attack. Peart hits long. Another hitting error for Rich. Was it deflected, though? No, I don't think it was. 14-11. Rich receives, but up into the net. Not a good pass. 15-11, North Sanpete on top. Service hits the top of the net, rolls over the top. Boy, sometimes things just bounce your way. Another service ace. That's 4 in this first set alone for North Sanpete. That's uncharacteristic for the Rebels to allow that kind of many service aces. Talisha hits into the block, and it's deflected out of bounds. Nice attack by Larson. 16-12, a Bear Lake Realty kill. Visit BearLakeRealty.com if you're looking for any kind of real estate in the Bear Lake area. Savannah Peart serves into the net. Rebels have 1 service ace, 1 service error in the set. 17-12. Rich trails North Sanpete. Again, the winner faces Penguich for the championship. The loser goes home. Hopkin passes up front. Right at the net, Kiera bumps it high. Talisha tips it over. Hawks set it up, a back set and hit right between the defense. A split. And it's 18-12. Rebels trail on the Stacey's Repair scoreboard. This first set brought to you by Rolene Kennedy, Rich County's representative at Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet. Hopkin passes and set up. It's blocked right to the floor. Rich looking flat right now and a little bit bewildered, not sure what they should do. Pass up front by Smith. Set up, Rich hits, blocked out of bounds. There's a good return or side out. Rebels deliver the serve. Punch to the back line, and Rich, boy, like I was just saying, they seemed just a little bit flat. That ball was clearly in. Both Peart and Larson just watched it go by, thinking either the other would take it or it would be out. Rebels set it up, hit left side, and Hopkin crushes it down. It was dug up out of bounds, 20-14. Rebels serve. Hawks set it up, hit deflected, and drops on the floor. And again, Rich just stands and watches it go by. Not sure. This is eerily similar to what happened last year, but Rich had lost a heartbreaker to North Summit rather than losing a close one to Enterprise, which they did this year, and then taking the first seed into this last round. Now Peart shanks one off, and it's 22-14. I'm just not seeing the energy or enthusiasm, the momentum at all from the Rebels. The energy just not there right now. Trailing 22-14, timeout on the floor. We'll take one as well on the Wildlife and MyLocalRadio.com.
Rolene Kennedy of Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet in Evanston is your Rich County representative. The mother of 5 Rich High graduates and grandmother of 3 more graduates in the making, Rolene is here for you. She's a recipient of GM's highest salesman honor, the Mark of Excellence Award winner, meaning she provides you with the best customer service in the industry. The next time you're looking for a car or truck, think Rolene Kennedy at Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet in Evanston, your Rich County representative.
Go Rebels!
Rebels trailing 22-14 in set number 1, brought to you by Rolene Kennedy, Rich County's representative at Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet. Apologies to anybody watching from North Sanpete. The roster that they submitted to the tournament that's in the program is incorrect. There are several numbers missing, and so I'm not sure just how to call some of their names. 22-15, Rebels get a nice pass set up and hit by Julia Hopkin for a Bear Lake Realty kill. Hopkins serves, back line, passed up front by Eisen. Set up, Rich blocks, Peart with the block, but it's out of bounds. 23-15. Hawks on top on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Thank you, Chris Hopkins. Just fetched a roster for me, and this corrects several of the numbers that were wrong in the program. Kiara Grohl punches it over. Set up, hit through the block of the Rebels. 24-15, and North Sanpete has 1 point away, or is 1 point away from a set point. Rebels playing pretty flat in this first set against the Hawks. Smith passes up front. Kiara sets high left side. Peart hits through the block, and she crushes it down cross court. Nice hit by Savannah. 24-16. All right, now we have a number 4. Emma Bailey is number 4. She was listed as number 9 in that program. Decidedly confusing. Hit, blocked, and kept in the air by Rich. Bumped under the net, and North Sanpete wins the first set in solid fashion. 25-16. Rebels didn't put up as much of a fight. We'll see if they can do better in the second set. First set has been brought to you by Rolene Kennedy, Rich County's representative at Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet.
Your vehicle represents one of the major investments you'll make in your lifetime. If you have an accident, large or small, take care of your investment with a professional team that understands the value of your vehicle. T-Bar S Body Shop in Technoglass of Evanston has been repairing and restoring vehicles to just like new condition for over 7 years. Don't trust your investment to just anyone. Let T-Bar fix your car. T-Bar S Body Shop in Technoglass of Evanston. Stop in today for a free estimate. 515 County Road.
They really appreciate every customer at Cash Honda Yamaha in Cache Valley. They understand that you have lots of options when it comes to purchasing outdoor recreation vehicles. That's why they work hard to earn your business by making sure they understand exactly what you want. They're friends with their customers. When you're happy, they're happy. If you haven't been to their store, they invite you to come visit. And if you've already one of their friends, stop in again soon and check out all of this season's gear. Cash Honda Yamaha in between Logan and Smithfield on US 91.
Again, thank you to Chris Hopkins fetching me a correct roster for the North Sanpete Hawks. The roster that was submitted or found for the folks that organized the program had lots of incorrect numbers and several numbers missing. Doesn't matter for North Sanpete as they had a solid first set, winning 25-16. The Rebels with just one service error, but just one service ace. Rebels led early on 9-7, but it was all North Sanpete after that. They outscored Rich 18-7 from that point on and earned the win 25-16. 1, 2, 3, 4 aces. I'll have to go back a ways to find the last time a team served 4 aces against the Rebels. Rich will have the serve to start this second set, brought to you by the town of Woodruff. Mayor Bo Holman, council members Hugh Holman, Audrey Jessen, Raymond Franson, Millie Bradshaw, and Clerk Lisa Bell. Peart serves. Passed up front, set up left side, hit, Rebels block it, but into the net. Point for North Sanpete. They take a 1-0 lead to start this second set. I'm going to try to get caught up on these numbers. They are all over the map. I believe it's Darian Long. No, somebody else just served for North Sanpete. Rebels set it up. Hopkins hits it down the line and drops it in there. We're tied at 1 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. I believe that was Darian Long who just served, number 16. Of course, the ponytails don't make it any easier either. Talisha Larson with a running jump serve, just about an ace. Not a great pass up front, but it works. North Sanpete sets it up. Rebels scrambling a bit. They keep it alive and bump it over. Hawks pass up front, set in the middle. Quick hit, back line is in. 2-1, Hawks on top on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. And dropping back to serve is Emma Bailey. Checking into the match, Mackenzie Lewis, number 20. You find number 17, Tiffany Peckham, also in there. Again, the beginning serve of each set is brought to you by the station in Randolph, here for your convenience needs. Michelle Burnside in the game as well. Rebels set it up for Hopkins, who hits it into the block, deflected out of bounds. We're tied at 2. Another Bear Lake Realty kill for Julia Hopkins. I see a number 20 out there. Oh, that's Mackenzie Lewis. I already mentioned her. And the numbers are hard to see from this distance with the dark red on black and a real thin white outline. Kiara Grohl serves. It's passed up front. Good pass set up high and outside, but the set too far out there, and the Hawks couldn't quite get to it. That was either Lindsay Flinders or Shaylee Burnside. Can't see with her ponytail blocking my view. Rebels were up 3-2, but then a serve into the net is an error for Rich. We're tied at 3 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Running jump serve for Burnside. Rebels pass it. Good pass outside. Set it up for Hopkin, who just cracks it through the block. Just drilled it right past Tiffany Peckham. And Rich leads 4-3 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard after that Bear Lake Realty kill. Julia Hopkins serves again down the line. Bumped up front by Burnside. Set up high outside. Hit too long by, I believe, Kelsey Nilsson. I called her Lindsay Flinders earlier because that was the number I had in the program. Thanks again to Chris Hopkin for getting me this updated correct program or roster. Bump, pass high and outside. Nice lunging dig by Amber Lee. Rebels set it up. Hopkin hits. Nope, Sydney Hopkin this time with the Bear Lake Realty kill. Rebels finding a little more success here in this second set. And Julia Hopkin will set up to serve again. A Bear Lake Realty kill for Hopkin. This time, though, it was Sydney, the young sophomore. Sydney is a sophomore, right? No, a freshman. My bad. Rebels serve long, out of bounds. Second service error of the set. 6-4. After that side out. And the serve is just in there on the line by Tiffany Peckham. 6-5, a service ace. That's 5 aces in the match for the Hawks. Peckham again serves. Smith, good pass up front to Kiera. Set high and outside. Peart comes in, hits past the block. It's dug under the net by Burnside. And Rich back up by 2, 7-5 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Second set brought to you by the town of Woodruff. We have yet to see a third set for Rich at this tournament. It would be brought to you by Rich County if we get there. Set left side, big hit, dug by Hopkin right near the net. Kiera bounces it back and Smith bumps it over. Pass up front, a quick set back behind. The Rebels can't dig it up on a quick set and hit by Emma Bailey. 7-6, Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Rebels on top by 1. Hawks won the first set, 25-16. Rich trying to muster the energy and excitement to win this second set. It won't happen right there. As a service ace, Rebels shank the receive, and it's off to the side. We're tied at 7. Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Serving is, I believe, number 31. I'm going to have to look who that is. Rebels set it up and get a big hit from Savannah Peart. Great cross-court shot, and it drops in. A 31 might be Tiffany Beckham. Boy, I really apologize on these rosters. I got Tiffany Beckham listed as 31, 32, and 17. Risha Larson serves wide and out. Another Rebel service error. That's 3 Rebel service errors. Rich struggling right now. Maybe getting into their head how much they're struggling with the service errors. Service is just long. Good eye by the Rebels. Kelsey Nilsson misfired, and we're Rebels back on top, 9-8 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Rich will serve. Savannah Peart clears it. It's bumped off to the side. A Circle H Land and Cattle Company ace for Rich, leading 10-8 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Boy, we needed that one. We could use a couple more. Proud to support Rich High Rebels. That's Circle H Land and Cattle Company. Savannah serves again, and she serves another ace. Circle H Land and Cattle Company ace puts the Rebels on top, 11-8. Savannah. Boy, keep them coming, young lady. Circle H Land and Cattle Company ace, and she just about gets another one. This one saved out of bounds and bumped over. Risha passes up front. Kiera sets in the middle. Talisha hits, gets it through the block. It's bumped out and over into court number 2. Rebels were on court number 2 through most of the tournament, actually all of the tournament until this match. Rich on top, 12-8. That was not quite a service ace, but real close to one. And Peart getting set to serve again. First appearance of the libero for North Sanpete. As Peart serves, the pass goes up front. Good pass, set it up left side, hit off the block, top of the net, and Risha able to dig. Rich bumps it over. Smith to the back line, pass up front. Here's the set, high and outside. Big hit, Rebel block, goes up into the bleachers, and it's a point for North Sanpete. The libero is number 6. Now, I'm not sure if that's Janessa Eliason or Lindsay Flinders. Rich leads 12-9. Rebels set up the attack, hit cross court, and a Bear Lake Realty kill for Julia Hopkin. 13-9. Rebels on top on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Libero checks back in there. Now, Flinders or Eliason is listed as a senior libero number 6 on the roster, so that's who I'm going to go with here. She's also listed as number 2, but whoever the libero is wearing number 6. Lindsay Flinders is also listed as number 6, but she's listed as a middle blocker. A hit by the Hawks goes long and out. Rebels let it go. Rich on top, 14-9. Set up left side, punch to the back line. Rich lucky as that one goes a bit long, and Rich leads 15-9 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Risha Larson, no, Talisha serves. It hits the top of the net, and instead of rolling over the top, it just hits low enough that it rolls back and drops to the Rebel side for a 4th service error of the set. Rebels should be up 15-6 if you take away those service errors. Hopkin hits, it's deflected by the block, rolls over to the floor, 16-10. She hit it pretty well into the fingertips of the block and dropped it down. Rich on top, 16-10 after losing the first set, 25-16. We're here in set 2, brought to you by the town of Woodruff. Kiara Grohl serves. Good pass up front, set left side, big hit. Rich blocks it. Sydney Hatch with the Epic Recreation block of the game. Back set, hit down, and Rebels couldn't dig that one up on the attack by, I believe, Mackenzie Lewis. It could also be Madison Allred. Both of them listed as number 20. 16-11. Rich on top by 5. Smith, good pass. Kiara sets in the middle, but it was too low and too close to the net. Sydney Hopkin was stuffed. She had no chance to make a play on that as the block, either Jaylyn Ballantyne or Tiffany Peckham, was right up there set for the block, or Aubrey Eisen. I'm not sure. We got 3 players listed as number 17. Rebels able to set up the attack, get the hit, Bear Lake Realty kill, and it's 17-12 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Hopkin back to serve for the Rebels. Pass up front, bumped and set outside, way out there, and bumped over. The Hawks do a good job to keep it in bounds, keep it in play. Rebels set it up, hit, blocked down the line. Hatch is there. Nice spot for Sydney to keep that one alive. Sydney Hopkin punches it across a bit too long and out of bounds. Rebel lead is down to 4, 17-13 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Rich led by as much as 6 points, 15-9 moments ago. Eisen delivers the serve. Rebels get a good pass, set it up left side, hit, blocked, and kept in the air. It was a deflection. Bumped high way outside. Good play to keep that in bounds for the Hawks over the net. Hatch bumps it left side, and Hopkin bumps it to the back line. That was Julia. Set up a back set. Here's the hit. Rich can't dig it up. And again, it was Mackenzie Lewis with the kill. 17-14, Hawks within 3. North Sanpete from 3A classification took the first set 25-16. Service, Smith passes. Back line, Kiara has to go a long ways to get it. Peart hits to the back row, and it's bumped up high near the front. Bailey bumps it way outside. It's bumped over. Smith on the back row, passes up at the net, and Kiara can't control it. 17-15. The Rebels not getting very good passes the last couple of minutes here, and that's allowed North Sanpete to battle back. Rich was on top, 15-9. It's a 6-2 Hawks run, and the Rebels catch a break as the Hawks serve it into the net. 18-15, Rich with the lead. Trying to force a third set after losing the first. Smith serve just clips the top of the net, somehow dug up by the Hawks. They bump it over. Rich sets it up left side. Peart comes in, hits it cross court, an overpass. Smith pass near the net. Kiara dump set, and it's passed up front, tipped, and the Hawks can't keep it alive. 19-15, Rich with the lead on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. The winner of this one will face Panguitch for the Richfield Tournament Championship gold bracket. Pass up front, looked like a double touch to me from here. Kiara punches it to keep it alive. Great dig by Kiara Grohl. Set up left side, hit into the net, and Rich leads 20-15. Let's mark that down as a candidate for the J-bar dig from Kiera. She had to get a quick hand up there, punched it with one hand, and kept it alive. Hit long by Kelsey Nielsen, and Rich is on top 21-15. They've backed up on trying to block it quite as much and just set up defensively. Smith with a great serve. Not a great pass up front. Now Smith digs it on a strong attack. Kiera sets left side. Talisha touches it into the middle. Bumped up high by Bailey. Set up right side. Hit to back line. Out. North Sanpete had just started to celebrate, but the back line judge, who's one of the Penguich players, says that's a point for the Rebels. 22-15. Rebels on top, needing 3 more points to force that third Rich County set. That would be brought to you by Rich County. This second set is brought to you by the town of Woodruff. Pass up front. Back set. They like that back set. Rebels have adjusted and gotten better at keying in on it. Set up, bumped down the line or slapped down the line by Talisha. Hawks set it up left side. Rebel block out of bounds under the scores table. 22-16. Hawks trailing and with the serve. Dropping back to serve, I believe, was number 21, Kaisley Reed. No, it's 31, and I'm not sure who that is. I think it's Tiffany Peckham, maybe. Hit down the line, a little touch attack. Hawks get the point, 22-17. Tiffany Peckham has 3 numbers listed on this roster, 31, 32, and 17. So I'm not sure. I think she's the only 31 on there. So I'm going to go with Peckham on the service. 22-17, Rebels set it up, hit by Talisha. Rebels dig after the block, pushed back down the line, just out of bounds on the push by Kiera Grohl. 22-18, Hawks clawing their way back in. Service into the net, 23-18. Rich on top. Third service error of this second set for North Sanpete. Second set brought to you by the town of Woodruff. Pass up front. They get a good pass off of Larson's serve. Talisha dives on the touch attack. Can't control it. 23-19. Hawks back within 4. Rebels need 2 more points to win this second set and force a third. North Sanpete took the first set, 25-16. Hawks set to deliver the service. And I believe it was Kelsey Nielsen. Rebels set it up in the middle. Peart pushes it down the line. It's bumped back toward the middle. Set up left side. Big hit cross court is out. But the Rebels deflected it or what? Oh, the line judge said out. Maybe the top judge overrode that. It looked like it was in from my angle, but I was looking at that line judge. I thought she indicated out of bounds. Nielsen with the serve. Smith, good pass up front to Kiera. Set in the middle. Peart hits cross court. It's bumped back, bumped and kept alive and bumped over. Peart, perfect pass up to Kiera. Set in the middle. Peart pushes back corner, not quite far enough, and it's kept alive. Set up left side. Big hit. Rebel block. Stuffed to the floor. Kiera Grohl with the epic recreation block of the game makes it 24-20 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Kiera has the epic recreation block and the J-Bar excavation dig so far in this match. Savannah Peart serving set point in set 2, brought to you by the town of Woodruff. Pass up front, it's an overpass. Hopkin goes up, taps it, and the Hawks dig. Set up way outside, hit back row, Hopkin digs. Kiera goes a long way, gets the set. Hopkin down the line, dug up, set left side, pushed back line to Amber Lee. Kiera sets again, and Julia goes up, hits it hard. It's dug up out near the other court, but North Sanpete keeps it alive. Big hit, Rebels keep it alive, somehow bump, and it won't quite clear the net. North Sanpete keeps themselves alive with that long rally, winning the point, 24-21. Rebels with set point. Coach Ricky Stewart comes out, tells her team, hey ladies, let's settle down. Let's get 1 point at a time here. Hopkin receives. Kiera sets. Hopkin hits. Dug and passed up front. Set left side. Hit. Blocked by the Rebels. It's under the net. No, the Hawks keep it alive. They're going to say a Hawk crossed the line, and Rich wins 25-21 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Rich comes from behind to win set number 2 and keep themselves alive, forcing a third set. Our second set has been brought to you by the town of Woodruff. Mayor Bull Holman, council members Hugh Holman, Audrey Jessen, Raymond Franson, Millie Bradshaw, and clerk Lisa Bell. Back with set 3 after this on the Wildlife and MyLocalRadio.com.
Woodruff, Utah has a long pioneer history with a post office that has been in operation since 1872. Woodruff was named after Wilford Woodruff, the fourth president of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, and is home to the Woodruff Steakhouse, a former Latter-day Saint office building that is listed on the National Register of Historic Places. Our rich pioneer heritage is reflected in all our students by their hard work and commitment to excellence in the classroom and in their sports.
The best family vacations create lifelong memories. The Wind River Hotel and Casino in Riverton, Wyoming has teamed up with the Riverton Golf and Country Club to bring you great golf getaway packages for the whole family. Come for a couple of days, golf, eat, relax, tour the Wind River Indian Reservation, and enjoy the Native American tribal dancers. Pet rooms are available so you can bring the whole family and stay. Call today the Wind River Hotel and Casino, where families play, stay, win. 866-657-1604.
Hi there, Craig Dearden with Castle Rock Chevrolet right here in Evanston. Of course, it's about finding you that perfect vehicle, but at Castle Rock, it's about a lot more. It's using our experience to get you the best rate. We will get you the vehicle that you've always wanted. It's about knowing your vehicle is in the right hands. Throughout the buying experience here at Castle Rock Chevrolet, we're here for you. If you're ready to buy a new truck, come to Castle Rock. Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet. We're a different kind of dealer.
Light up your world with a custom-built LED sign from Rocky Mountain Sign in Evanston. It's a proven fact that signage that lights up creates more attention. So light it up and then add text, images, and video, and your sign becomes even more powerful. Start sharing your advertising messages and information with your customers today. The team at Rocky Mountain Sign provides all types of quality signage that is custom-built and maintained. Call today for a free quote. Rocky Mountain Sign, 307-789-5202. Rocky Mountain Sign, serving customers in Wyoming, Utah, and Idaho.
Rebels on the side of the net nearest to us. So far in this match, the team on that side has lost. That team is 0 for 2. Rebels were on that side in the first set, lost 25-6. The Hawks were on that side in the second set and lost 25-21. Heading into set 3, brought to you by Rich County Rebels with a championship cause. This is a winner-take-all. Loser goes home. Winner faces Penguich for the championship. Station in Randolph beginning serve delivered by Savannah Peart here for your convenience needs. And the hit is wide out of bounds, just misfires. Do the Hawks, and the Rebels for the first time in the match go up 1-0. Peart to serve again. Hawks set up to receive. Bumped up to the net. Quick set. Hit dug by the Rebels. Risha Larson set up outside. Talisha hits off the block, deflected out of bounds, and Rich leads 2-0. There's a renewed energy from this Rebel team so far on these first 2 points, and we'll hope that keeps going. Savannah serves. Again, pass set up high and outside. Rebel block is there. Big dig by Risha Larson. Rebels keep it alive, but Rich in the net. A point to the Hawks. 2-1, Rich on top. Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Rebels are that visiting team, the guest on your Stacy's Repair scoreboard if you're watching online at mylocalradio.com. Service, Smith receives up right near the net to Kiera. Just goes up and punches it to try and do anything, and it works. Deflected, blocked, Rebels dig, and pass it or punch it over by Hopkin. Attack right back, Rebels dig. Kiera sets high and outside. Julia hits off the block. It's deflected backwards to the trainer's table and under the bleachers. Rebels with a 3-1 lead. That was a Bear Lake Realty kill for Julia Hopkin. Now Talisha Larson will serve up front. Hatch, Hopkin, and Kiera Grohl. Nice serve by Talisha. Good pass up front. Set high and outside. Hawks hit it hard, and Hopkin digs. Kiera sets high and outside for Julia. Tipped back over. That was a quick touch back. Talisha Larson dove, couldn't get underneath it. 3-2 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Rebels up by 1. And dropping back to serve is Emma Bailey. Could be Alyssa Erickson, not sure. Both of them listed as number 4. Rebels set it up. Hopkin hits. She's blocked, and she digs it back up high in the air. Bumped back toward the middle, and Hatch bumps it over. Set, or passed up front. Back set. Here's the hit, and smacked down. A roll attack right in front of Risha Larson. Froze her. She was getting ready for a big, strong hit, and instead just a little looper down to the floor. We're tied at 3 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. And it's Emma Bailey again serving. Hopkin, pass. Kiera sets left side. Julia hits, and she's stuffed. 4-3. Hawks take their first lead of set number 3, brought to you by Rich County. Rebels with a championship cause. Rebels need some J-bar excavation digs and epic recreation blocks of the game. Bailey again to serve. Hop, skip, and a jump serve. Rebels good receive, set it up. Hopkin passes to the back line. Across court in the corner. Hawks are there, they dig. Hopkin, good pass on a dig. Set it up. Hatch hits into the net. It was blocked by the net, yeah. She played it again. That's a smart thing to do, just in case it was called a block by the defense. Hatch kept playing until the whistle blew. Again, the serve by Bailey. Good pass by Smith. Kiara left side. Julia crushes it cross court. Again, dug to the back bleachers. And a Bear Lake Realty kill for Rich, trailing 5-4 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Kiara Grohl steps in to serve. Sydney Hopkin checks in up front. So some youth up there, a freshman, a sophomore, and a senior. Hopkin, Hatch, and Hopkin in that order, the freshman, sophomore, and a senior. Punched across by the Hawks. Good dig by Smith. Kiara with a dump set, but the defense is right there. That was Bailey. Long set, cross court, hit, blocked by Rich's Hatch, then pushed back over. Hatch gets a hand on it, but hits it the wrong way, and Rich trails 6-4 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Again, loser heads home after this match. The winner plays Panguitch for the championship. Running jump serve by the Hawks is too long, out of bounds. Hopkin with a good eye lets it go. Michelle Burnside misfires, or it could be Shelby Eisen, both listed as number 8. 6-5, Rebels down by 1 on this after that service error. Hawks set up the hit after the Rebels serve. Rich digs, set up for Peart, who hits, and a diving dig effort. Dug up, Rebels get it back and keep it alive. Dump set by Sydney Hatch, and she misplayed it. 2 hits on the set. Make it 7-5. On the Stacy's Repair scoreboard, Rich trails here in the third set. We're tied at 1 set apiece. The Hawks took the first, Rebels took the second. Smith receives, pass up front, nice pass, set left side. Peart hits cross court, good dig. Nope, not a good dig. It was right at the net, and 2 hits for the Hawks to keep it in the air. That dig was up too close to the net. I was too quick to say a good dig. Amber Smith will serve for Rich, trailing 7-6. We could really use a Circle Lake Atlantic Cattle Company ace, and we get it. The Hawks keep it alive for a moment, but they don't get close to controlling it. And Amber ties this thing up at 7 apiece with the Circle H Land and Cattle Company ace. Proud to support Rich High Rebels at Circle H Land and Cattle. Our camera today is brought to you by Bear Lake Realty, Gary and Amber McKee in Garden City. Hawks set up the attack. Smith with the dig, over and out. And North Sanpete right back on top, 8-7 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Risha Larson will check back in on the front row. Larson, and Grohl. Service, Smith receives. Kiera, left side. High and out there for Peart. Hits it down the line, and it's in the back corner. Nice attack. Bear Lake Realty kill for Savannah Peart. We could use 2 or 3 more of those, as Risha Larson will step back and get set to serve. Again, our beginning serve, this was a few minutes ago, but the beginning serve of each set is brought to you by the station in Randolph, here for your convenience needs. Larson serves, not a good pass. They keep it alive and slap it over. Hopkin digs. Kiara sets high left side for Peart. Hits it through the block. It's bumped up near the front. Set left side. Again, big hit. Smith with another good dig. Savannah pushes to the back line, and Hopkin bumps it to the back corner. Pass up front. Quick set. Hit. Blocked by the Rebels to the floor. And Rich leads 9-8 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. I don't know if that was blocked by the net or the Rebels that were right there. It may have been Talisha Larson on the block, which would be an Epic Recreation block of the game candidate. Risha serves. It's bumped up front near the net, and Savannah Peart goes up with the left hand and tips it down to the floor. 10-8. Rich with some momentum building. They're excited, and we have a timeout on the floor. Coach Ricky Stewart will take a quick one as well here in the third set, brought to you by Rich County. Rebels with a championship cause.
Business cards are a powerful and inexpensive way to promote the goods and services you offer. You can design your own cards or have the professionals at Weststar Printing design your business cards. Now with same day and next day turnaround on all business card printing, you don't have to wait. Get your business cards today. Professional quality, inexpensive prices, and quick turnaround. Visit Weststar Printing, 243 7th Street in Evanston, across from the library. Weststar Printing, 307-789-5202.
A service ace for Risha Larson. The defense indecisive as to whether they were going to play it or not. It was real close to that back line, and at the last second they decided, I better play this, and instead played it right to the floor. Risha serves again, and this time it is just a little too long. Service ace followed by a service error. Rebels through the first couple sets, a few too many errors. 1, 2, 3, 4 in the second set. High pass for Rich on a difficult serve, received, passed over, but outside the antenna. And it's 11-9 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Rebels up by 2. Ball found its way clear under the bleachers, so North Sanpete had to go retrieve it. They deliver the serve. Pass up front by Risha. Kiera bumps to the middle, and Talisha passes it across with 2 hands. Set up left side. Big hit. Smith digs to the Rebel bench. 11-10. Rebels need a side out here. I missed a point. It's 11-11. Now that's an extra point somewhere for. I gave North Sanpete. I gave them 8 points twice on 2 consecutive points. So it's 11-11 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard, and the Rebels take a timeout. Remember, this third set goes to just 15. We'll take a quick timeout as well and be back on the Wildlife and MyLocalRadio.com.
When you need body work or a windshield replacement, it can be as simple as dropping your vehicle off and picking it up a couple of days later. T-Bar Body Shop and Technoglass of Evanston works directly with your insurance company to save you time and hassle. We know it isn't convenient to have a vehicle in the shop. That's why we work hard to repair and restore as quickly as possible to get you back on the road. Make it hassle-free. Let T-Bar fix your car. T-Bar Body Shop and Technoglass of Evanston. Stop in today for a free estimate. 515 County Road.
A service ace for North Sanpete. I'm admittedly not at a good angle, but that didn't even look close. That was out. Rebels watched it go by. They thought it was out as well. First service ace of set 3 for North Sanpete. Officials call it in, and the Hawks lead 12-11 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Amber Smith receives. Kiera sets high left side. Peart hits, deflected by the block, out of bounds. Bumped, high and over. Boy, great save by North Sanpete. Peart hits again, and it's out. That was on the corner. And again, my eyes deceive me. That looked like it was in the corner. But no. 13-11. Rebels need to rally here. Trailing by 2. North Sanpete 2 points away from a berth in the championship, which would be against Penguich. They already lost to Penguich in 2 straight. Wasn't even close. 25-17, 25-14. Hopkin bumps it over. Rebels didn't get a good pass, just bump. Quick set in the middle, and what looked like a lift. Oh, my goodness. That was a long touch for North Sanpete to push that down. And that's, in my mind, 2 very questionable calls here in the final few points. North Sanpete set and match point. Rebels need a good pass. Hopkin overpass. Hawks set it up high and outside. Big hit. Rebels dig. Smith, nice job. Kiera keeps it alive. Peart pushes to the back corner. Bumped up front near the net. Long set again, high and outside. Hit into the net, and the Rebels stay alive. 14-12 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Rich needs 2 more points in a row at least to have a chance. Savannah serves. Passed up front. High and outside. Rebel block is there. Blocked out of bounds. North Sanpete wins. 15-12 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. 2 very questionable calls near the end, and North Sanpete wins in 3. 2 games to 1. The Rebels start this tournament going 5 straight wins and then lose a couple in a row. 1 to Enterprise, and then in the semifinals of the championship gold bracket against North Sanpete. 25-16, 25-21, and 15-12. We'll take a quick timeout, and we'll be back with our post-game show brought to you by Mound Valley Cattle Company. Eddie and Todd Jensen out of Thatcher, Idaho. We'll have the Jimmy John's Freaky Fast recap, wrap up the weekend, and some Bear Lake Memorial Hospital post-game highlights along with our Reese Land and Livestock Rebels Roundup calendar. That's all coming up after the break. This third set has been brought to you by Rich County. Rebels with a championship cause.
The best family vacations create lifelong memories. Schedule a family whitewater rafting trip today. Packages include your hotel room, transportation, whitewater rafting, and lunch in a native teepee. The Wind River Canyon is located on the Wind River Indian Reservation in Riverton, Wyoming, and is home to the Northern Arapaho and Eastern Shoshone tribes. Come and enjoy the waves, the breathtaking views of the oldest canyons in Wyoming. Call today the Wind River Hotel and Casino, where families play, stay, win. 866-657-1604.
Founded in 1997, the Mountain Valley Cattle Company in Thatcher, Idaho serves Utah, Idaho, and Wyoming and is proud to sponsor the students and staff at Rich High School. The Mountain Valley Cattle Company is established on the foundation of hard work, commitment, and perseverance, knowing that every individual on the team must give their best for the team to succeed. The same principles that students and athletes at Rich High School are learning today that will help them lead tomorrow. The Mountain Valley Cattle Company, 208-339-0614.
Randolph is located near the geographic center of Rich County, Utah, on a high plateau with an average elevation of 6,300 feet. The first group of settlers, led by Randolph H. Stewart, camped on a knoll south of the present town site on March 14, 1870. Randolph is a town of extremes, from 90 degrees in the summer to minus 40 in the winter. The folks who live here are also extreme, extremely loyal, extremely friendly, and extremely supportive of our youth. Good luck to all the Rich Rebels this year from everyone at the town of Randolph.
Well, a heartbreaking way to finish this tournament. The Rebels finish in the top 4, that's without a doubt. But let's give you some more details. Welcome to the postgame show brought to you by Mountain Valley Cattle Company. Eddie and Todd Jensen out of Thatcher, Idaho. It's time for the Jimmy John's Freaky Fast Recap. Jimmy John's at 113 Front Street in Evanston with gourmet sandwiches fresh and fast every day. Friday and Saturday, the Rebel volleyball team at the Richfield tournament. Rich started off hot. They beat Millard, they beat South Sevier, and they beat Carbon, all in 2 sets, 2 sets to none. Didn't lose a set on the first day. Second day started just about the same as the Rebels beat Beaver in 2 and then North Summit in 2. And then things took a turn. Rebels lost to Enterprise in 2, but Enterprise had lost to North Summit. North Summit lost to Rich, so there was a 3-way tie for first. Rich went into the final elimination, a single elimination gold bracket tournament as the number 1 seed from their pool, and would face North Sanpete, a 3A team, to start in the semifinals of the gold bracket. Rich struggled early on. In fact, they were down 7-5 early. They bounced back, took a lead 9-7, but then North Sanpete came alive and outscored the Rebels big time the rest of the way, outscoring Rich 18-7. After Rich led 9-7, North Sanpete wins the first set 25-16. Rebels bounced back in set 2. Came from behind. They were down early, took the lead, built a little bit of a lead, and then maintained it and won 25-21. So we were tied at 1 going to the third set. Rebels had a lead. They maintained that lead. They were up by as much as 11-8, but then outscored 7-1 the rest of the way. North Sanpete wins. The 3A team heads to the championship game against Panguitch, and Rebels head home. A 5-2 weekend at the Richfield tournament, the top 4 finish, one of the top 4 teams at the tournament, but unfortunately a loss against North Sanpete in the semifinals, and Rich finishes the day with that. That's your Jimmy John's Freaky Fast Recap. Gourmet sandwiches fresh and fast every day at 113 Front Street in Evanston. The Mountain Valley Cattle Company postgame show continues after the break. We'll have the Bear Lake Memorial Hospital postgame highlights and the Laziest Ranching Roundup calendar when we return on the Wildlife and MyLocalRadio.com.
As the hospital closest to Bear Lake, professional medical care is always available at Bear Lake Memorial Hospital in Montpelier, Idaho. As a full-service hospital, Bear Lake Memorial offers an emergency room that's open 24/7. They treat patients of all ages. Other professional services include physicians' clinics, assisted living, home health services, counseling, dialysis, physical, occupational, and speech therapy, orthopedic care, and skilled nursing. Bear Lake Memorial Hospital in Montpelier, Idaho. Count on us to care.
It doesn't matter what season you visit Bear Lake. Make sure you always stop at Pugstone Sporting Goods. You'll find lots of great quality inventory at low prices, including guns and ammo. During the winter, you can rent cross-country skis, snowshoes, and buy your ski passes to Beaver Mountain. Pugstones is always the best place to get information about the area and purchase your hunting or fishing licenses. Everything you need with one stop at Pugstone Sporting Goods at the 4-way stop in Garden City.
Back on the Mountain Valley Cattle Company post-game show, the Rebels started the weekend 5-0, ended 0-2 with losses against Enterprise to finish out pool play, and then a loss in the Gold Bracket Championship semifinals against North Sanpete. Good weekend, though, still for the Rebels. They competed well, played hard, beat some good teams, including 2A's North Summit. They beat 3A Carbon, 3A Millard, 2A South SEVIER. I may be wrong on some of those 3A and 2As. North Sanpete is a 3A team. North Summit 2A, Beaver 2A, and Enterprise a very good 2A team. So some good wins for the Rebels, some tough losses, and they'll move on and focus on next Thursday night's match versus Manila in wrapping up Region 22 play. And then hosting Duchesne Friday night. Rich will wrap up the season the next Thursday and Friday at South Summit and versus North Summit. And then head for state Friday the 27th and 28th of October. We're coming down to it pretty quick here. Let's move ahead with the Bear Lake Memorial Hospital post-game highlights and stats presented by Bear Lake Memorial Hospital. Count on us to care. Against North Sanpete today, the Rebels, the first set just kind of didn't really get off the ground. They felt a little flat. There was one point where they went on a 4-0 run and led 9-7, but then just a lot of balls that were hit between two players, and they both kind of looked and watched it go by and looked at each other like, were you going to get that? Maybe I should have got that. And North Sanpete won the first set 25-16. Rebels had just one ace in that first set, and that's well below probably their set average of at least 3 or 4. Of course, North Sanpete, a good serve-receive team. They only allowed 4 service aces for the Rebels in the entire match. Rebels had, looks like, 6 errors in the match. And in the second set, though, the energy came back for Rich. They found a way to succeed. They got a little bit away from the block. The setting was a bit better. They still had a few too many service errors, but some very much better play. Kiara Grohl had your J-Bar excavation dig of the game, helped the Rebels extend a lead to 20-15. They went on to win 25-21 in that second set. Kiara also had your epic recreation block of the game. The dig was on a quick hit. It was a back set from North Sanpete. It was a fast hit, and Kiara, all she had time to do was get one hand out there and just punch it into the air, and it worked out real well. Ended up as a Rebel led into what was a Rebel kill and a point to make it 20-15. Kiara also had your epic recreation block of the game. Rebels were up 23-20. She stuffed it to the floor. That gave Rebels the set point at 24-20, and a nice block by Kiara Grohl. Again, our block of the game brought to you by Epic Recreation. Make your vacation an epic one to remember. Get your rentals in Bear Lake at Epic Recreation. Visit epicrecreation.net or find us on Facebook. And Digs of the Game brought to you by J-Bar Excavation. Quality work on all kinds of projects, says J-Bar Excavation in Randolph. The kills in the set brought to you by Bear Lake Realty, Aces, Circle H Land and Cattle Company. Beginning serve of each set by the station in Randolph, and our camera by Bear Lake Realty, Gary and Amber McKee in Garden City. And whatever type of realty you're looking for, whatever type of real estate you're looking for in the Bear Lake area, work with the best. Bear Lake Realty, Gary and Amber McKee in Garden City. So the second set, the Rebels won 25-21, forced a third set, and Rich, boy, they had their opportunity. Rebels were on top 11-8. Needed just 4 points. They would only get 1 as North Sanpete outscored Rich 7-1 to wrap up that third set, and it came right after a timeout. The Rebels were up 10-8. Coach Stewart, or Coach, what's the name? Yeah, it is Stewart, to Ricky Stewart of the North Sanpete Hawks. Saw his team needed a timeout, so he called one. Rich got 1 more point to make it 11-8, and that was all they would get. After that, a 7-1 Hawks run to win 15-12. Hawks playing right now against Panguitch for the championship. Panguitch beat North Sanpete earlier today, 25-17 and 25-14. We'll see if the Hawks can fare a little bit better in this second set. Right now tied at 1, but Panguitch just got a hit and took a 2-1 lead. Oh, that's your post-game highlights brought to you by Bear Lake Memorial. Count on us to care. Bear Lake Memorial Hospital in Montpelier. Take one more quick break. We'll be back with the laziest ranching roundup calendar on this presentation of Rebel Volleyball on the Wildlife and MyLocalRadio.com.
When you have dental care done, you let the dentist and the hygienists into your personal space. It's important that you and your family trust that your dentist will provide professional care in a comfortable atmosphere. Comprehensive Family Dental is a family-owned and operated business that understands how important this trust is. 2 locations make it convenient for you and your family when scheduling appointments. When it comes to your dental work, expect the best. Call Comprehensive Family Dental today at 435-793-2210. When it comes to hard things in life, don't say, why me? Just say, try me. Remember, it's the tough things that make us the strongest. The cattle ranchers at Lazy S Ranching are proud supporters of the youth in our community. Sim, Joe Jean, Carol, and Millie Weston, along with Sim Jr. and Meggie, remind everyone to eat more beef and cheer on the Rich Rebels. That's right. Eat more beef and cheer on the Rich Rebels.
Back on the Mound Valley Cattle Company post-game show, Eddie and Todd Jensen out of Thatcher, Idaho. Penguins on top 5-1 over North Sanpete in the championship match of this tournament. Rebels will, if they face Penguins this year, it would be in the state championship match, and we'll hope for that in just a few weeks. In the meantime, time to take a look ahead at what's coming up next week. This look ahead is brought to you by Lazy S Ranching. Eat more beef and cheer on the Rebels. And that takes, I guess we're finished with this weekend. So looking ahead to next weekend, it's Rebel Homecoming Week. The Rich Royalty, Queen, Taylor Tingy, King, Nick Jarman. First night and attendant, Porter Weston, Julia Hopkin. Second attendant and night, September Clough and Kenan Clark. Jesters, Brinley Satterthwaite and Daniel Gifford. And looking at next week and some of the activities going on, looks like Monday is meme day. There's some sidewalk and hall decorating on Monday as well. Tuesday, Telltale Day and volley buff during third period. Movie night, late activity bus happening on Tuesday. Wednesday is Way Back Wednesday with powder puff football and float decorating with an 8 p.m. bonfire. Thursday, Multiplicity or Rebel Blue. There's house judging and season passes to the winner. And then Thursday night, Rebel Volleyball hosts Manila. Also, Rebel Football takes on Evanston, and I believe that's at Rich on Thursday night. Rebel Freshman versus Evanston, kickoff at 4 p.m. Rebel Volleyball versus Manila, scheduled for freshman sophomore at 5:15, JV at 6:30. Varsity scheduled for 8 p.m. I may need to double check on that, but that's what I've got on my latest program, my latest schedule. If that's the case, our pregame will start at 7:40 Thursday night. The schedule I'm looking at that was posted online for Rich Homecoming says varsity at 7:30, so I'll double check on that. We'll let you know on My Local Sports next Monday and Wednesday. Friday night, whiteout for both games. Rebel, the parade at 10 a.m. Brian Thompson is the program speaker. There's a big lunch, of course, every year provided by the Booster Club. And then Rebel Football hosts Layton Christian. And I believe it's a varsity game only. 4 o'clock. Our pregame starts at 3:15 here on the Wildlife and MyLocalRadio.com. And then following that, the Rebel volleyball team will take on the Duchesne Eagles. And there's plenty of action there. Freshmen at 4, JV at 5:15, varsity scheduled for 6:30, and we'll cover the volleyball match following our Rebel football coverage. So that's what's going on next week for Rebel Homecoming. Also should mention on Monday morning, Region Cross Country meet at Murray Park. Rebels have a renewed interest in cross country this year with new coach Aaron Worthland. And Principal Rick Larson told me a few days ago that he has high expectations, high hopes for the Rebel cross country teams, both the boys and the girls. I think they've both got a good chance at region championships. So that's Monday morning at 11 a.m. at Murray Park, and we'll have some results for you on that next week. Let's see, what else? No University of Wyoming football game this week. They've got a bye. They prepare for next Saturday's game at Utah State and then at Boise State the following Saturday. That takes us through the rest of this weekend and next week on the Rebel Sports Update, brought to you, by the Roundup Calendar, brought to you by Lazy S Ranching, encouraging you to eat more beef and cheer on the Rebels. That wraps up our post-game show, presented by Mound Valley Cattle Company. Eddie and Todd Jensen out of Thatcher, Idaho. Again, a quick recap of the weekend. Rebels beat Millard, South Sevier, Carbon, North Summit, and Beaver all in 2 sets to none, before losing 2-0 against Enterprise and then losing in the semifinals of the championship bracket against North Sanpete. North Sanpete losing right now to Panguitch 11-4 in the championship match of the tournament. And that's your final. Rebels go 5-2 on the weekend. Overall, they go to 16-6 this season, with Manila coming up next on the schedule Thursday night. That's our next Rebel broadcast right here on the Wildlife and MyLocalRadio.com. I want to thank our sponsor of the camcorder today is Bear Lake Realty. Visit BearLakeRealty.com. I thank my producer back in the studio, Kate Bullender. Thanks so much for your work throughout the day. I'm sure you're ready to be done for today as well. Until next time, Thursday night, when the Rebels host Manila in volleyball, I'm Ryan Steineckert, and we'll talk with you again soon.
You've been tuned in to Rich High School Rebel Volleyball on Rebel Radio, KADQ FM 98.3, with video online at mylocalradio.com. Today's match has been brought to you by these Rebels supporting businesses and individuals: Edwards Furniture in Logan, West Star Printing in Evanston, Cash Honda Yamaha in Logan, T-Bar S Body Shop Technoglass of Evanston, the Wind River Hotel and Casino of Riverton, Wyoming, Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet, and by mylocalradio.com. The proceeding has been a wholly owned production of Old West Media, no portion of which may be used or rebroadcast without the express written consent of the aforementioned rights holder.
Our executive producer is Val Cook. We thank our office manager, Kayleen Anderson, and our sales manager, Julie Briley, along with KNYN Sports Director, Jake Hibbert, Chief Photographer, Warren Cook, and production assistants, Kate Bullender and A.J. Lamb. Biggest thanks to all of our sponsors and to you for tuning in. We invite you to visit mylocalradio.com for archived games and past interviews with Rebel players and coaches. Thank you for joining us on this presentation of Rich Rebel Sports on KADQ FM 98.3 and online at mylocalradio.com. Until the next time the Rich High Volleyball team takes the court, go Rebels!